Where did Jesus go after he left that room that night? Well, he went to the Garden of Gethsemane, a place where he went to pray and get strength for his spirit and for what he was about to endure. But while he was there, something horrible happened. Do you remember? He was arrested. Did you know that Jesus' disciple, Peter, who was with him that night, had a sword? Not something you carry around with you every day, I don't think. Well, Peter did something with that sword. And we're going to find out what it was and how it affected the people around him.
If you're looking for Jesus, you're too late. Sorry. I'm not really sure what happened here tonight. It started when my master, he's the high priest, he woke me up in the middle of the night, said, we're going to go arrest Jesus of Nazareth. Who's Jesus of Nazareth? He said he's a troublemaker and a blasphemer. Make sure you get a weapon. I never arrested somebody like this before, so I grabbed a club. Not that I know how to use it, but I was ready. And he and we went out and met with a bunch of high priests and elders, our religious leaders of the area, and it was so strange. You know, I'd never seen half these people outside and in the night before, and it was just a big silent mob. Didn't feel right. Anyway, we met with one of Jesus' disciples, Judas of Iscariot, and he apparently knew where Jesus was, and we bought him out. So we all went to the Garden of Gethsemane. Now Judas, when we got there, he told us to stay behind and watch who he kissed, and that was Jesus. So we hid like Gideon. It was ridiculous, because Jesus, he wasn't armed. He had just a few men standing next to him. And Judas, he kissed him, and they talked for a little bit. Couldn't hear what they were saying, but he came back, and we came out. And when Jesus saw us, he didn't look surprised or scared. He just stood there, and he asked, "Who are you looking for?" My master, he said, "Jesus of Nazareth." And then Jesus said, "I am he." And we just fell. Just collapsed, all of us. It must have been him. I can't think of any other. Anyway, my master, he was furious. You know, he hated Jesus. He told me to get up, and he threw me out towards Jesus and said, "Arrest him." And I said I would try. So I walked towards Jesus, and out of nowhere, one of his disciples came up and attacked me. He cut off my ear. I know he cut off my ear because I saw it on the ground. I felt the blood and I heard the ringing. It was obviously very painful, too. And I thought he was going to kill me. And Jesus, he grabbed him. And this person who was defending him from me, he lectured him, said, "No, we're not fighting. No running away." And Jesus, sorry, it sounds crazy, but he picked up my ear off the ground, he put it on the cut, and he healed me. No scars, no more blood, no more pain, and no more ringing. And he looked in my eyes, and it's really hard to describe, but I feel like he cared about me a lot. I didn't know what to say except "I'm sorry." And he said, "You're forgiven." And I felt forgiven. Then somebody grabbed him off of me, and they pushed him, pulled him around like he was a doll. Somebody slapped him in the face. Somebody kicked him. And this disciple who was cutting off my ear just a moment ago, he was standing there. He was just crying. It just felt wrong. It felt evil. But then they took Jesus away, and I was alone. The disciples all scattered, and they ran too, except Judas. Judas stayed. And he was just counting his coins for hours. Just counting. I didn't know Jesus yesterday, but I don't understand it. Why would you sell someone like him? Why would you want to kill someone like Jesus of Nazareth? It makes no sense, but I'm afraid. I'm really, really scared. I think something terrible is going to happen tomorrow.